Okay, so if you have a function like this one, you need to firstly simplify first. So let's rewrite it. So you have integral of 2 plus 4x. Just close the bracket. Just take this square root here. So you have square root of x. Let's say it's over 1. And you can also rewrite it again as the x to the power of negative half. So note that now you can use by parts. So which one are you going to take as the u, the one that simplifies, and this one becomes more complex. So don't take that one. So you say, okay, u equates to, which is 2 plus 4x, and then du, just a derivative of this one, so it's just 4 dx, and then dv is just that whole thing there, which is just x to the power of negative a half, and then just dx, and then you have your v, which is just equals to the antiderivative of this one, which is just 2 square root of x. Okay, now you have that one. So now let's do our differentiation by parts. We know our formula already, so it's just u times v, so it's 2 open bracket plus 4x times 2 square root of x minus the integral of v, which is 2 square root of x. I will simplify it now. Times 4 dx. So note that 2 times 4, it's 8, and then you can just put it in front of this derivative, integral, I mean. So you have 2 plus 4x, 2 square root of x. So to save time, I'm not going to write this thing going down. I'm just going to integrate this one. So you have negative 8 integral of square root x dx. So note that now you just need to integrate the square root of x, and we know that the integral of square root of x is just you will just take you just add 1 to the half, and then half plus 1 is 1.5. So you have and then if you divide by 1.5, you will have this 8 times by 2, which is, you just swap that 2 times by 2 square root of, so if you write 3 over 2 in terms of a square root, you just put that 3 here as a power, and then this is still divided by 3 plus c, and then we just write whatever we have here. So this is the same as that thing there. So you have 2 minus plus 4x times 2 square root of x. So now let's distribute this thing inside. So you have 4 square root of x plus 8 square root of same thing as this one. So you have to the power of 3, because you just add the exponents, and then it's minus let me just multiply it, 16 square root of x to the power of 3 divided by 3 plus c. So note that now these are like terms, you can add them. So to add this one with that one, you just need to multiply this one by 3 over 3 to get to that one. And if you multiply by 3 over 3, you get 24 square root of x to the power of 3, just know it's inside, minus 16 square root of x to the power of 3, divide this whole thing by 3 plus 4x square root, plus c there. So you can easily write this thing, just minus these with like terms, and then you get something over 3. So you get 8 over 3, and then this is just the square root of x to the power of 3 plus 4 to the power of square root of x, plus c there. So note that you can take the square root out. So if you take the square root out, you will have let's say it's square root. We have 4 here, plus 8 over 3, which is just x plus c. And now we can take another common factor out, 4 over 3. So if you take 4 over 3 here, you will be left with, in this part you're left with 2, and then this one you'll be left with 3. So, so if you divide this thing by 4 over 3, the thing just swipe, and then the 4 cancels out, you're left with 3 there. So you have, you can rewrite it in that other form. So you have 3 plus this one, the 3 will cancel out with the 3, and then the 4 would divide with that one, so 4 goes 2 times. So you have 2x, and then it's 4 over 3 plus c. And this happens to be option C on the multiple choice on the 2023 paper. So this is how you do it. These are the whole steps. Okay, let me go on with the next number. I think it's 27. So you have integral of, let me just fix this thing. So you have integral of pi divided by 3 and pi divided by 4 of tan x dx. So remember that you just need to use substitution with this one. Just write it in simplest form, and then you compute yourself your limits after that. So you have sine of x divided by cos of x, and then dx. You still have your integral of that whole thing. So I'm gonna be careful when I'm doing this, because you need to write new limits to make it simpler. So you have your u as your cos, so it's cos of x, and then write your new limits now when you're writing this thing. What is cos of pi over 3? That's just cos of 60 degrees, so it is just a half. And then what is cos of pi over 4? This is just 1 over square root of 2, or you can write it as square root of 2 over 2. It's the same thing. So this is 1 over u du. We get it from that one. So if you want me to write it all, let me just write it here. So we still have a negative sign, let me not forget it. Sine of x dx. So now we're done with this one. Let me just so this is ln absolute value of u, and then of these limits, which is a half, and then it's 1 over square root of 2, sorry there. So let's write it again now. Let's just put those things inside. So we have a half minus ln of 1 over square root of 2. So okay, let's rewrite this one. We know that ln of a inside function 1 over divided by something is the same as ln of the numerator minus the denominator. So we have 1 ln of 1 minus ln of 2 minus let me just write a curly bracket there. So we have ln of 1 minus ln of square root of 2, and then we have our closing bracket there. So we still have negative on the outside. We have ln of 1 minus ln of 2, and then we have minus ln of 1 plus half. Let's just make the square root a half, put it in front, ln of 2. So now note that you can just simply add and subtract. So this one cancels that one, so we can cancel those two. So this one is simply just saying negative half plus minus a 1. So half plus minus a 1, it gives you negative a half ln of 2. So multiply this negative in, so you have yourself ln of 2 divided by 2. So that's your final answer. I think it's also C. Thank you.